Hello everyone and welcome back to this walkthrough of Zelda the Ocarina of Time 100%. So today we are going to be heading through to Kakariko village and specifically Kakariko graveyard. We're going to be getting quite a few gold skulltulas today and a couple of heart pieces as well. Now I do advise that you guys collect quite a few rupees along the way, because there is a mini game in the graveyard that requires you to have quite a lot of rupees, unless you have insanely good luck. Now I have the advantage of editing out the mistakes, but there is a mini game in Kakariko. You may have to spend quite a lot in order to get the heart piece there, so please bear that in mind and make sure you guys have enough rupees before you go to the graveyard. Okay, so the first item we're going to be getting today is the very first empty bottle. Now this is done in Kakariko actually. What you have to do is collect cuckoos and throw them back into the pen. There is a lady up here, and if you talk to her, she will basically tell you that all of her cuckoos have gone missing. Unfortunately, she is allergic to them, so we have to get them for her. And doing so, she will reward us with the first empty bottle. Now, if you follow along, you'll be able to find these without any issue. There is one in this box here. I'm just going to roll into that first and then pick it up if I can. They can be quite tricky to catch sometimes, and sometimes you just have to wait until they stop running. But now that I have it, I'm going to use this one to get that cuckoo up there. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the building site over here, and we're going to go up these steps here. I'm going to use this cuckoo to fly across. All you do is run over the edge, and here we are. Then I'm going to chuck that one off, and I'm going to pick this one up. Great stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw this one into the pen. Once the cuckoos are in the pen, they will not escape, so you don't need to worry about that. I'm then going to hunt down this other one. I believe they return to their pretty much original position if you know, you leave them to run about for too long. I'm not too sure about that, but anyway, this next bit, it can be quite challenging, so it's all about timing really. The way I do this is I run off the edge, then basically what I did there was, as I reach the fence, I press A to throw the chicken, and I catch the edge of the fence. That's the way I've always done it. It's the way I've always known to do it. It's really quite easy. It's more easy than it looks. So anyway, there are a few more cuckoos up here. So we're going to pick this one up, and we're going to chuck him over the edge as well. Great stuff. I'm then going to go back down, climb this ladder here, and there's another cuckoo up the top here. So yeah, that trick, it really isn't as difficult as it looks. It's really quite easy actually. So now we have another cuckoo. I'm just gonna fly down to the floor, and there's two in this area. I'm pretty sure they don't return to their original starting areas for quite a while, so you've got time to throw them all into the pen. You can always, you know, just do the trick of rolling to get there faster if you like. If you throw them into the well, they will return to their starting positions because they can't go in the water. They don't like it. So yeah, you just throw them in there. And after these two that I'm getting, I believe there's only one more. So let's see if I can just get this last one. Oh, another thing is worth mentioning. Do not attack them. If you attack them, after a while, it will trigger a cutscene whereby they will kill you. And there is no escape. Well, the only way to escape them really is to leave the loading zone of Kakariko, and it will pretty much just reset everything that you've done. Another thing worth mentioning, if you leave Kakariko and you haven't collected all of the cuckoos, then it will reset and you will have to get them all again, so please bear that in mind. Anyway, now that we have the last one, I am going to go over the pen, and we're going to get the first empty bottle. So I'm just going to fly down here, and yeah, let's get the first empty bottle. That's the last one, and let's talk to her. And she says, thank you for finding my cuckoos. She has allergies, so she gets goosebumps when she touches them. For helping her, she will give us this fine glass. Great stuff, great stuff. And there we have it, our first empty bottle. Now we're going to put this to good use. We use this for collecting bugs, which we're going to be using to get gold skulltulas in the future. So now that we have our first empty bottle, we can start to head towards Kakariko graveyard. Now there's quite a lot to get in the graveyard, and there's a couple of things that we're not able to get quite just yet as well, that we'll be getting later on when we have the appropriate items, basically the boomerang. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn and cut these vines, the grass here, and we'll get a few more rupees as well. But I'm chiefly interested in this rock. If we lift up this rock and we throw it, if we equip the bottle, and we're just gonna catch some bugs. There we are, and we have our first bugs. So now we have some bugs. I'm going to use these bugs to get a gold skulltula. Now if we go up here and turn to the left, and there is a soft patch of soil here. Now what you want to do is you want to drop the bugs onto the soil. Now if you're quick enough, what you can do is swing your bottle again and you can re-catch them, which is pretty cool. So after you catch the bugs, just step off the soft patch of soil and wait. And sure enough, a gold skulltula token appears. And that is skulltula token number 6. So the next item on the list is going to be the Sun Song, and it's the main reason for coming to Kakariko graveyard. So if you go to the very end of the graveyard, equip your Ocarina, and stand on this triangle here, and you play the song that Zelda taught us, which is Zelda's Lullaby. Now this song has a lot of power. Like I say, if you find these triangle spots anywhere within the world of Zelda, if you play the song on them, it will affect the world in some way, especially in the water temple. And if you guys haven't played this game before, you're gonna have a lot of fun in the water temple. If you couldn't tell, that was sarcasm. The water temple is very, very difficult. It's notoriously difficult. Anyway, the cutscene plays and a hole appears. Great stuff. Great stuff. So we're going to be going down this hole. And this is where we are going to be getting the Sun Song. So just head down the hole here. Great stuff. So when you enter the room, there's going to be some keys on the wall, basically flying bats. Basically Z target them and hit them with your slingshot, and they're easy enough to kill. Once they start flying around, they can be harder to kill, so if you can kill them before they do that, you're just going to have a much easier time with this. And there's a few more on the wall here, so we're just going to hit that. Is there any more? Nope, that was the last one, and that will open the door. Great stuff. So you'll notice 2 pyres to the left and right. Don't worry too much about that just now. We don't have the ability to light them, so just head through to the next room. So in this room here, there are some enemies here. If we Z target them, and yeah, I just want to show you guys that that's what they do. So let's see if we can get a description on them. So they're called Redeads. Yeah, basically you just button mash to try and escape them. So what I like to do is I like to turn to one direction, Z target, and just side hop through this area. You will get hurt a little bit, but it's the fastest and easiest way to get through. And here we are at the area with the Sun Song. So if you check this tablet, and we will get taught the Sun Song. Now the Sun Song is very overpowered, because basically what it does is it will turn day to night and night to day. And that's actually quite important for this game. So it's right down, up, right down, up. Which we'll play here, right down, up, right down, up. And that is the Sun Song. Now we're going to be using that quite a bit throughout the rest of this game. There are certain parts of this game where you can only do certain things at night. and certain parts of the game you can only do certain things in the daytime, as we've already seen the bit where we had to find Malin and get the pocket cocoa. Well, that was a nighttime thing. So basically we won't be waiting about anymore. What I like to do now is just Z target and just walk backward, and you'll pretty much get out here. You can even just backflip if you want to. Well, you probably have to backflip really just to jump over the ledges, and that's pretty much how you get out of this area. Great stuff. Okay, so now that we have the Sun Song, we're going to be getting our very first heart piece, the first of 36, as well as the Hylian shield. Now you'll notice that when you come back out, it's nighttime. Now this is beneficial because that means that Dampé is out. Now we need Dampé out for another heart piece, as well as the fact that you can't pull the graves back during the day because the kid won't let you. Anyway, from the path you want to choose the second gravestone in. So not the first one, the second one. And yes, I can see the skulltula up there, guys, but we can't get that just yet, so don't worry about it. So pull the gravestone back and fall down the hole, and you will fight a re-dead. The best way to fight re-deads is basically to play the Sun Song, and that will turn them, well, it will freeze them basically. And then what I like to do is Z target and jump attack, and if you miss, don't worry about it. What you can do is just try and get away a little bit here and play the Sun Song again, and just refreeze them before they have the chance to freeze you, because once they jump on you with the level of health that we have, they will probably kill you. So yeah, good stuff. Now that the re-dead is gone, what you want to do is stand about here and pull out your Ocarina and again play the Sun Song, and a chest will appear right under Link as it happens. Great stuff. So just going to jump off the chest, and this is where we're going to get our very first heart piece. Now there's actually two in Kakariko Graveyard, but this is the very first one. Great stuff. So now that that's out of the way, that's arguably the hardest heart piece to get within Kakariko Village. There is one more to get here. I find that one quite difficult because I don't like fighting re-deads. But there is another one involving Dampé. But first of all, we are going to be getting the Hylian shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back the grave with flowers on it. And we're going to drop down here, where we will find an empty, well, a full chest. And inside it has the Hylian shield. Nice. So this is where you're going to need the rupees, and this bit can be quite tedious, but like I say, guys, I have the advantage of editing. So basically what we're going to be doing here is a little mini game involving this guy, Dampé. So what you want to do is stop him in front of these soft patches of soil here and talk to him. Now he will basically tell you that he has a, well, first of all, I'll tell you that his face is scary, but he's not a bad guy. Dampé is actually really sound, so be nice to him, kids. Anyway, yeah, he has a grave digging tour, and what you want to do is he will charge you 10 rupees to dig in one hole. And we got 5 rupees there. So you can get rupees out the ground, but you will sometimes get nothing, and I just made a 5 rupee deficit. So what you're going to have to do now is go to the next soft patch of soil and wait for Dampé. Now this can be quite tedious and take quite a long time. So using the power of editing, I'm going to cut out the legwork until I get it. But it is worth saying that where the heart piece is completely random and it's completely up to luck. So you have to just make sure you have a lot of rupees in order to do this. So it actually didn't take me as long as I thought it would, but I did manage to get the heart piece at last. So that puts us up to 2 heart pieces. And now we can continue back to Kakariko Village, where I'm going to be getting a couple more gold skulltula tokens. There's actually quite a few to get in this next section, and it has to be nighttime as well, so it's really handy that we did manage to get the sun song. So the gold skulltula locations, where are they? Well, the first one from, well, the closest from the graveyard is on the building site. If you notice, just up here there is one. So what I like to do, just so it doesn't hit me when I'm up there, is just shoot it a couple times, and that is a gold skulltula token. There is another one that is on the wall of this house here. So again, just hit it a couple times, and another skulltula token. Excellent. So that's 8 so far. So skulltula token number 9 is just down here. I'm just going to slash these bushes. It just makes it easier to get into. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll into this tree. And there we are. Gold skulltula token number 9 is ours. So for token number 10, we must head over up these steps here. And there's actually 2 up here, if memory serves correctly. Now, there is one on the ladder, so we're just going to turn around real quick and pull out the hook shot, and there it is there. So, we're just going to shoot the skulltula. Great stuff. I'm not going to get that one yet because there's another one over here. And I'm just going to hit that real quick, and that's gold skulltula number 10. So, we've already killed skulltula number 11, so we're just going to go over there now and pick that up real quick. And yeah, all you have to do is basically just climb up this steps here, and you will be able to get gold skulltula number 11. Now, there is one more heart piece that we can get before we finish today's episode. Although it's a little bit out of order, as you're actually meant to get it later in the game. But basically, do you see that man on the building there? What I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to stand on this ledge. I'm going to Z target. Now I'm going to press right to make Link go like sidewalk. And I'm going to press A to jump. And then I'm going to release. And if you do it right, you will land on this bit of fence here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up here and I'm going to speak to him. And he says, "Good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento." Now, I think you're actually intended to get this when you're adult Link, which is why he says, "Good to see you again." But we got it a little bit out of order. You can wait until you get the hook shot to get that heart piece, so don't worry if you guys can't get that just yet. It's just something I want to show you guys is possible to do. And with that, there's nothing left to do in this area now, so we're going to head towards Death Mountain Crater, and I have to pull out my letter from Zelda, and what you have to do is present it to this guard here. And this is the only way you can get into Death Mountain Crater, because it's a letter from the princess telling the guard that this is Link and we are under her orders to save Hyrule, which of course he laughs at. But yeah, after laughing at you a little bit, he will open the gate for you, and he will actually give you a little side quest as well. You see, it turns out that his son wants a, well, I don't know if it's a son, I think he only says his child. He wants a, what does he want? He wants a Keaton mask, and you have to do this before the mask shop opens. I don't know if you guys have been into the mask shop, but you've probably noticed that it's not really open for business just yet, but now it will be. So if you go to the mask shop, it will now be open for business. However, we will not be going there just yet. We're going to do the masks. It's going to probably be one of the last things that we do. The masks aren't really important, whereas obviously in Majora's Mask, they are super important. Anyway, this is pretty much the first guy in the mask line that you have to do. But that is all the time we have for today, guys. Next time we are going to be doing Death Mountain. And I'm going to show you guys how to get some more skulltulas and make it to not Death Mountain Crater, to Dodongo's Cavern. But I just want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Leave in the comments if you have any. I hope this helped you guys today, and I'll see all of you next time. Take care.